Hi everyone, it's Robin and welcome back to Happy at Home. I find myself looking at my calendar and realizing that it is the end of July already, which means I need to do a favorites video and show you all my fun finds from the past month. I don't know about you, but July was crazy around here. So I am looking forward to August a lot because August is typically my month where I can like sit back, relax, decompress. We only have one major thing going on and yeah, I just need some downtime. Is anyone else feeling like that? Oh my goodness, it's been crazy. But anyways, all that being said, I would like to share with you my favorites for the month of July and for the month of June. Because I never did one for June because June, end of June, beginning of July, crazy time, and I just like I have no time. I can't do a favorites this month. So I'm going to combine the 2 months. So I'm going to do June and July together, and hopefully that's okay with you all. I really don't have very many new products because I haven't been really buying very much lately. Anything that I have bought has mostly been for going camping. Buying food for camping, buying sunscreen for camping, buying, I don't know, anything in it, bug spray for camping. So I don't have very many products, but I do have 3 items that I would like to share with you that I have used a lot this last couple months, and then a couple shows that I have watched on Netflix that I think you should watch if you have not already, because there are goodies, but oldies but goodies. Alright, so anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into favorites, and then we'll move on to my fun finds for the last 2 months. Alright, so the first thing I'd like to share with you is a favorite eyeshadow that I've been using pretty much non-stop over the summer. And I think it looks really nice on me for the summer when I've got a tan going on. I just think it looks really nice. I should have wore it today, but I forgot to do it. But anyways, it is a Wet n Wild palette called Walking on Eggshells. Very simple. It's got like a pinky champagne color, a brown color, and then a what do you call it? Like a bone or creamy white color. This palette has been my go-to for just a quick little throw on some makeup and walk out the door sort of situation. I think it works really well with my skin tone once I have a little bit of a tan going on, and I just love the ease of it. It blends really nicely, it looks good on me, it's not complicated, and that is exactly what I've needed this last couple of months. So I know this one has been around for a long time and it's been a favorite of many of yours, I'm sure, but if you haven't tried it, Walking on Eggshells by Wet n Wild, pretty good. I like it a lot. This is actually the second one I've bought. I had to throw my other one away because I was hitting pan on the brown and the pink, and then the lid fell off. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should buy a new one. So that was one of my purchases, and I think it's like less than $3. But yeah, I use it a lot. I would say I use it like every other day at least. So it's a good palette. It gives you a quick, simple look. Anyways, moving on. Next, hi, Shelby girl. Yes, you're very cute. I need to do this, okay? Yes, you're so adorable. So the next thing I picked up was a cup to put my cold drinks in for the summer. I am trying to cut down on the amount of Pepsi that I drink, so I've been replacing it with flavored water instead, but I didn't have a nice cup, so I wanted to treat myself and buy something that I really liked, and I saw this at Walmart. It was less than $10, and it is by the brand Bubba, and I love the fact that it was tall, that it would fit in my cup holder in my truck and my car, and that it had a straw. So I thought that was really nice. I love this thing. I fell in love with it the first time I used it. I think it's like a 20 ounce. I'm not real sure. It doesn't say on the bottom. I was just looking, but it doesn't say. But I'm pretty sure it's a 20 ounce. So, and it's stainless steel, double walled. It's not supposed to like, I don't know, it's supposed to keep your drinks cold for like 20 hours or something like that. And it does a really good job. My husband keeps threatening to use it for his coffee. And I'm like, no, this is a mama's cup and nobody else can use it. Because if you're not a coffee drinker, and you put coffee in a cup, any kind of cup, anything, and then you try to drink something else out of it like water, it tastes like coffee. And my husband thinks I'm crazy, but it does. You get that coffee just like taints every cup that you put it in. So I'm like, don't you dare touch my cup, that's mama's cup. So anyways, I was very happy about that. So basically I fill it up with my water and ice when I'm out and about, or I take it out to the backyard with me when I'm gardening, and yeah, I love it so much. Another thing that kind of goes with it is the flavor packets that I use. I've been using the Crystal Light in wild strawberry. Oh my gosh, so yummy. Very refreshing. I also like their watermelon lemonade or lemonade, water lemonade, I don't know, something like that. But this one, this wild strawberry is very nice. It's just a hint of flavor, not overpowering, but very refreshing. Oh, hey, and this one says it has caffeine too. I never knew that. Oh well, this one has caffeine. So anyways, I have this both in the to-go size, which is this is, and then I also buy in the bigger ones where you can make a big picture of it. So yeah. So anyways, if you're looking for a new drink to try, these Crystal Light wild strawberries are very yummy. Alright, so the next item that I have been loving the last couple months is our smoker slash grill. We got rid of our traditional gas, what do you call it, you know, barbecue grill a couple years ago, and my husband replaced it with a smoker. If you don't know what a smoker is, it is an electric grill slash smoker that burns little wood pellets. So you put the wood pellets in, you turn it on, and it starts smoking and gets really hot like a grill, and you use it basically just like a grill. But the items you put on it, they just taste a little bit better than items that are grilled. So this summer I decided I was going to learn how to use the grill or the smoker, and I have been enjoying it very much. I like the fact that I can use the smoker instead of turning on my oven to make items. I've made, you know, your basic things like chicken, steak, brats, hot dogs, ribs, all that sort of stuff. I've also tried making pizza on it, which is really good. So yeah, it's just a nice thing, a little something different, a little more fun. And the flavor that the item that your food has out of the smoker is just really yummy. So let me just show you a quick clip of the smoker that we have so you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so that is what I'm talking about. The smoker has turned out to be a very nice thing to have. When my husband first brought it home last year, I was like, this is so stupid. Why are we doing this? Why are we getting rid of our grill? I don't think this is going to work out. You know, I was very skeptical, but now I understand. I like it. He was right. I was wrong, but let's not tell him. It's just our secret, okay? Moving on to what I have been watching on Netflix this last couple months. I have been rewatching some favorite shows, TV shows. The first one in June, I pretty much spent the whole month rewatching all 5 seasons of Friday Night Lights. Oh man, I love this show so much. It's one of those shows, I've rewatched it many times. And it's one of those shows that I wish they never took off the air. I want it to come back so badly, but I know it never will. But oh man, I love it. I love everything about that show. First of all, it's about, if you've never seen the show, it's about this small town in Texas. And it's about their high school football team, and it's about their coach, about the kids on the team, it's about their families, how all the families interact, and like, it's just a good, feel-good sort of show, and it shows, you know, how hard the kids work and how, you know, people are trying their best to make something of themselves and to be good to others, and it's just, I found it very uplifting and very intriguing, and I just love the dynamic of the coach and his family, and I could talk about this show all the time. So if you've watched it and you love it, you know what I'm talking about. So if you haven't watched it, don't be scared that it's about sports, because basically it's not. Sports in this, football is kind of like a side note to all that's going on. But I just love it so very much. So Friday Night Lights, there's 5 seasons. Check it out. Alright, so the next show that I rewatched in July was called Deadwood. It's an HBO series. I believe there's 3 seasons. And yeah, it is not by any means a show in which you can watch around your children.
You do.
But I do because my kids are older, but shh, don't tell anybody that I'm a terrible parent. But anyways, it is, yeah. I was definitely not watching around your smaller children. It's just terrible. The language on those people, whoo, it's terrible. It is just terrible. And the worst thing about watching this show is they swear and use words that I, in my life, would never, ever even think to use. But you start watching this show, and it's used so much that you start talking like that. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. If you've watched the show, you know what I'm talking about. But overall, the bad language aside, the show itself is awesome. It's about a small town in Deadwood, obviously, about during the gold rush, and the different people, town people, and like the sheriff that comes in, and it's just it's a good show, and I absolutely love it so much. Yeah, it is not a show for the faint of heart, that is for sure. There's a lot of swearing, a lot of bad language, words I would never in my life ever use or utter out loud, and there's quite a bit of nudity, just like in passing, just out of nowhere. But that's kind of, it was supposed to be kind of that sort of rough and gritty sort of show, and I love it. I love it because of that. And no, it was just a good story. I enjoyed it a lot. I've watched it many, many times, and yeah, it is definitely something that I most likely will rewatch again, and then I will have a potty mouth for probably a couple weeks until I get it out of my system, even though I shouldn't, but yeah. So those are the 2 shows, Deadwood and Friday Night Lights. Alright, moving on, let's go ahead and jump into my fun finds for the month of June and July. This past month, I found this small soup tureen, which I decided to place on my hutch. I love its petite size, and the detailing on it is very pretty. Another item I found this month, which I decided to add to my hutch, is this small metal basket. I love the distressed metal, the little handles, and then the front that says flowers. The final item I decided to add to the hutch is this vintage fan I found at a flea market. I love how rusty it is, and I like that it adds a little bit of industrial flair to the hutch area. Another flea market find was this vintage juice maker. I think it is so cool, but I did have a little bit of difficulty styling it because I really don't have anything to go with it. So I'm on the lookout for more things to go with it. But for now, I have decided to use a milk glass creamer underneath it, and I set it on my kitchen shelf. I found this wood bowl at the thrift store and thought it was very farmhouse-like, so I decided to use it in my living room. I simply filled it with some clippings from my hydrangea bush, and I love the look. Another thrift store find for the living room was this gorgeous cream-colored rug. I love this thing so much. It is so soft and so cozy, and I wanted to use it right away, so I decided to lay it out, but it's normally going to be used in the winter. The final item I added to the living room is also a flea market find, and it's the eagle I hung above the faux barn door. I love this thing so much, even though my family thinks it's terrible. But that's alright, because I've been looking for one for years, and I'm so excited to finally have found one. The past couple months I have found quite a few vintage platters which I absolutely adore, and have decided to use them in my corner hutch in the living room. This platter is very heavily stained and crackled, which I love the look of. I am very much enjoying the pink flowers on this platter, and I also like the unique shape. This large platter is perfect in every way. It has chipping, browning, and a beautiful floral detail. The final platter is this one here. I loved the gold details along the edges. The final item I added to the hutch was this soup tureen. The colors and the floral detailing drew me in, and I couldn't pass it up in the store. Then moving out to the garden, I placed this garden ornament which I picked up at a flea market in my backyard garden. I think it's the perfect accent to the plants that surround it. And finally, to my backyard patio table, I added a cast iron bird which I found at the thrift store. To give it a new look, I gave it a fresh coat of paint. So those were my fun finds for the month of June and July. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you stopping by and spending some time with me, and I will see you again very soon. Bye now. Alright, here I go. Here I go again on my own. I don't know any more words to the song, but it's awesome.
Mom, do your thing.
I'm trying to think of what to say. Alright, so my daughter's laughing at me. She's not very nice.